uh, to hear it, not to make it up in my head. I was making up the sound. I thought this is how it would sound. But then to say, I know what the caged bird feels. When the sun is bright on the upland slopes, when the wind blows through the springing grass and the river flows like a sheet of glass, when the first bird sings and the first bud opes, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals, I know what the caged bird feels.
I used to feel safe, now I feel locked in a cage. I used to feel safe, now I feel
stuck in the darkest abyss, with emotions running deeper than a bottomless pit. So many times I cried, hoping that someone would come in and assist. When they did, I could feel them grow tired of me, so I became distant because I got tired of feeling dismissed. A lot of people that I used to care for so deeply, well, now we just coexist.
What's good? What's good? Good peoples. Good peoples. This is your boy Kevin Mullins, Mr. I Rep the Most High, and we are live with another episode of the Uncommon Report. And today I got my dear sister Simmy'Nova with us today. Talk to the people and let them know where you're from, what you're about, and how you move in the South.
What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna just go ahead and say for everybody that don't know South Carolina, I'm from Myrtle Beach. That's what it is.
Grand Strand.
Yeah.
J. Rubin.
No.
No, absolutely no. But yeah, you're from the Grand Strand area. When this that you were intrigued by music? What was some of the things that you noticed? Say, hey, you know what? I really like this sound. I don't know if I could do this, but I think I got it in me. Let me try it out.
I had to be like 4 or 5 years old. As your typical artist, I grew up in the church. So after church, I would always run up to the lady at the piano, just play on the keys a little bit. It started there. And then I say around the age of maybe 11, 12 years old, Nickelodeon had this show called The Naked Brothers, man. Bunch of little kids. A bunch of little kids just running around making music. So that's what made me start writing.
Wow. So them Saturday mornings, watching them cartoon shows, really
like that.
Okay. Got you. When did you write your first rap or?
I was in middle school, so I had to be like 13, 14 years old. Something like that. English class, we were working on poetry. And I remember the teacher, basically he called out my work because I had rhymed 2 words that didn't go together. So, so it started from there. And I didn't begin taking it seriously until I hit about 17, 18 years old.
So he was one of these formal people that said these words got to rhyme in order for them to coincide and make sense.
He was commending me for it.
Oh, he was commending you. I thought you said he got on you.
No.
Okay. My bad. I was about to say, poetry and rap, they coincide together. So, yeah, most def. Can you take me through your songwriting process? How do you cultivate the ideas to flow on paper? Take me through that journey. What goes on? What is an indication or a ticker, you know what I'm saying, that says, hey, you know what? I need to write this.
So a lot of the time I can be chilling doing my everyday thing. And I can be listening to instrumentals. And I know it's a banger either if it just comes to me and I can write it easily.
Right.
That's one way. Or sometimes I just have to sit down and be completely silent. Silence is how I receive a lot of my ideas.
Meditation. You know what I'm saying? That meditation. Well, since we on the topic, how does your spirituality relate to your music? Talk to us. Let us know how do you tie in the two between your spirituality and your artistic expression? How do you do that?
So I try to take a lot of the lessons that I learned throughout spirituality and incorporate that into my music.
Okay.
So I'll say a lot of the time the music that I make, it's not necessarily for other people.
Mm. So you
It's not
just
for other
writing music right now for yourself?
I do. And it's easier to do it that way because I don't have to worry about, I guess, like the judgment of other people,
Mm.
and having other people's opinions influence what it is that I'm trying to do.
I think that's a good space to be in though. You're taking the music really personal and you're also utilizing your gift to help you get through whatever it is that you're going through. But I got to let you know that there's another you out here somewhere else. So the people gonna hear it and then be
Yeah.
like, hey, I feel like your song was talking directly to me. You know
And
what
I
I'm saying?
get that a lot. Like
Right.
right now I only have one song out. So
Okay. What's the name of it?
it's called Detonate. You can find it on all social platforms by
Hey, make sure
Simmy'Nova.
y'all stream that up.
But yeah, like doing the shows throughout the summer, a lot of people was like, hey, I relate to your music. And I'm just like, thank you. Like I don't it's a lot of just appreciation behind other people being able to understand my story.
Mm. Man, and through the music, that's how you are able to have a voice and tell your story. So with you talking to us and you telling your story, started young in the church, Saturday morning with the cartoons, moving up, you begin to actually write and recite your music, and then you become, hey, I know I'm an artist and I'm going to do this. About what age were you whenever you said, hey, I'm going to take this serious and I'm going to give it all that I got?
So it was around the age of, again, like 17, 18 years old. I knew I wanted to take it seriously. Honestly, it was a way of me just getting my feelings out there. And at the time, like I said, I didn't know whether I actually wanted to put this stuff out yet.
Right.
So it's more so just working on things until I'm ready to put that stuff out there. And then I came more into it probably around the age of 21, 22 years old.
Got you.
That's when I started to actually put things out there, be a little more serious about it.
Right. So you took your time to cultivate your craft and go ahead and lay down the track, whatever the case may be, and get this thing rolling for real, for real.
And even then, I'm still working on that. Like, I feel like I have a little bit more of a slower race, but I appreciate the process.
Hey, the process is actually the golden ticket, because if you trust it, you go through it, you identify with it, you saying, hey, I'm gonna put my plan in order and execute the mission, you win at the end of the day. Big facts, big facts. So what do you think listeners can take away from your music once they hear you?
So most of the time, if you do listen, it'll start off on more, I wouldn't say a negative light, but it'll start off on more of a relatable light. Like a lot of people are going through things. But I always, like, at the end of my songs, I like to take it and spin it into a lesson. Spin it into something that could help you change your perspective on the things that you're going through.
Right. Give them that sense of light.
Yeah.
Absolute. So you want to produce the inspiration into the music. That's good. Tell me somebody that inspired you.
God, I got a lot of people. Of course, Kendrick and Cole are at the top of the list.
Okay.
Rhapsody is a big one. Female artist is very, very underrated.
Hey, shouts out. Yeah. So we got J. Cole, Rhapsody, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. That's your top three?
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Do you see anything that they're doing as far as their style or their delivery that you can say, hey, I'm inspired by that? Let me piggyback off of how they deliver this thing. Do you take some of their tactics, or you just, I like their music, but I ain't trying to?
A lot of the times, the hardest part of doing music for me is that I'm a pretty straightforward person. Like, okay, I say what I say, and it is what it is. So it's a little bit harder for me to take what I'm saying and stretch it over a time span of 3-4 minutes. So with J. Cole and Rhapsody specifically, it's like they're so poetic with the most simple things. So that's how that with those two, it's like that's what I'm trying to incorporate into my music. Just take small things and
make them
flip
bigger.
it as much as you possibly can.
Hey, we producing out here and we still on the grind. Best believe, best believe. And as we continue on the grind, you was one of our grand artists on the Be Still, We Still Moving To tour this summer, and we went to several different locations.
Mm-hmm.
What was a location that you enjoyed the most? What was that location?
It was easily the Florence location.
Why the Florence location? Because we got that
like,
before too.
The building, like, I already knew the building when I got there to begin with. Like the energy in the building alone was just it's something you can't describe really. Like the energy is just there.
Look, they call it the Healing Arts
getting
Exchange for a reason, for real. Yeah. Hey, shouts out to Miss Renee Fitch doing big things. If you ever in the Florence area, come down to 617 West Palmetto Street and see Miss Renee Fitch at the Healing Arts Exchange. Look, you might catch us there very soon. You never know. You never know. So you're saying Florence location was your top, right?
Yeah.
What did you take away from it? What did you take away from it?
Being around other artists is super inspiring in itself. Growing up, I wasn't really around a lot of people, so to be able to be around other people and just see how they do what they do as well,
right?
I guess it's like a inspirational aspect.
That's why they call it the Healing Arts Exchange. Yeah. True indeed. True indeed. And we went to several different locations. Mm-hmm. What was your least favorite?
I would have to say Lake City.
Okay. Why? City. Why was Lake City the least favorite?
That one was more personal for me. I feel like I went there and I wasn't necessarily prepared for my performance that day.
Okay. How would you prepare differently to perform better?
So again, just taking that time to sit in silence and meditate before my performances, taking time to connect to me and not necessarily worry about what's going on around me.
You preaching to me right now.
Yeah.
For real. But you heard it here first. She needs to take those times out to sedate herself, meditate herself, and get right and prepare. But I greatly appreciate you for coming on the Uncommon Rapport podcast. Look, talk to the people. Let them know where they could find you at. Tell them about the music. And I got one more question before we out.
So all my social media platforms, you can look up Simmy'Nova. It's SimmyNova. Instagram, you can find me at SimmyNo96. Same thing with TikTok and same thing with Facebook.
Absolute. And tell the people, this is my last question, what it is that you have in store.
So right now I'm working on a few singles. I'm actually taking time for the rest of the year to just let ideas come to me as they come. And then going into next year, I'll be cultivating a lot of things. So I got a few singles I'm working on, putting an EP together. And in the process of that, I'm also working on an album.
Absolute. You heard it here first on the Uncommon Rapport podcast. With Common Ground, we growing up.
I used to feel safe. Now I feel locked in a cage. I feel like this cage like really clogged my aura. I hate feeling stuck while everyone is soaring. I've got deep emotions, I cannot ignore them. Come and set me free, I just want to